In an attempt to improve women's participation at the conflict resolution table, gender specialists are calling for more women's representative inclusion at the negotiation table for peace. They made this call during a symposium on the role of women in resolving conflict in Abuja, emphasizing that women bring diverse conflict experiences as they represent different interest groups and set other priorities than men. They say women bring a more holistic peace plan to the negotiation table by addressing societal issues rather than focusing simply on what would make the willing parties happy.
I think it's important that at the negotiating table for peace, women must be represented. Women must be there. And when the wars are being planned, women are not there. But women have become the face of insurgency. So, who bears the brunt? The women. Because they bear the greatest brunt of every conflict, from the home to the community level. So it's important that you ensure that women are also at that table of negotiation. Women don't constitute warlords. We don't make wars, we make peace. How can you lift 50% of your society behind, especially when you are talking about conflict resolution and reconciliation? The women have this, they are naturally endowed. The Nigerian women have proven themselves that they are an instrument, strategic instrument of peace building in Nigeria.
At the United Nations General Assembly, which is happening now, the UNGA in New York, the call for Africa to actually begin to be deliberate about inclusion is one of the key components of the conversation. I would like to see more inclusive voices in peace building. Women living with disability should be felt. We haven't seen any number of them in the government, cabinet. We've not seen any member of them in the administration. Where are their voices? I think that charity begins at home. How are women involved in strategic intelligence gathering at the community level? How are they involved in reconciliatory processes at the community level? And most importantly, how do we take responsibility of the currency of the women network that we have that are so vast in the civil society space, and how is the president implementing? The key conversation today is for us to look at and review how we can intensify the voices of women, how we can embolden the voices of women, not just women but also women living with disability, because the causant effect of war, terrorism, banditry, community clashes are people who would come out with disabilities. And so how do we also shape their voices in that space? To remove that demographic from the conversation of mediation is an absurdity, and I think that the president should review that conversation and rethink its strategy in including women's voices in foreign relations and intervention and peace strategic engagements.
The role of women in issues of peace, conflict resolution is clearly outlined in United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325. That resolution outlines the participation of women as well as the prevention of conflicts, protection of women, the women's full and active role in terms of resolution of conflicts. It's a resolution that we are actively promoting. It's a resolution that we are also actively campaigning to see how women can play a bigger role on matters of peace.